This is not a game. This is just an interactive activity that I would use with my students. I would do this in person, but online I use this to just have them manipulate. So I'd give them the link and let them do the manipulating rather than me trying to show them. Let them figure it out. So for instance, if I had this word here and see, oh, what's the suffix? And the suffix is the ly. If I cover it, that's still not a word I know. Oh, if you see an I in front of a suffix, it used to be a Y. So what was the word? The word was noisy. But guess what? Y was a suffix too. So the original word had an E, and then when I added the Y, so it had an E, and when I added a Y, we dropped the E. So we can see the different layers of what's happening in the word. Let's try another one. New word. Here we've got a prefix. Now this one's a bound base. We don't really necessarily know this, but if my kids didn't know this prefix, they would know the suffix and say, okay, the suffix is ing. Oh, and you know what? If you see two T's, it was probably doubled. And what's the word that we had? Admit, right? Admit. So even if they don't know those prefixes and bound bases and whatnot, it's just helping them be able to read the words to see what's happening here. Now, most kids from first grade on know the un. So we'd say, look, there's that prefix un. I'm going to just cover it. What's this word? And if they don't recognize it, we'll just flip that over and say, look, the Y is a suffix. I'm going to cover it up. What's this part in the middle? And they'll say, healed. And I'll say, that's very close because look at this. This word was heal. Like if you heal someone, then they then have good health. And now we use the pronunciation here, health. They're related words, and you can see they're related words. So health comes from heal. And then to add the suffix, if we are healthy. But if you're not healthy, you're unhealthy. This says not or the opposite, right? So I also use these to help them split it. But if they say, okay, I see the ed, I know that's a suffix and it means in the past. What's this in front? If you see an I in front of it, it used to be a Y. And what was the word? Marry. Marry. And so this is in the past. The Y is now an I and it's married. Okay, here we go. I see the S. Maybe it's a ES. So we're always having to ask, did you add the S or did you add the ES? Oh, I see an I in front of there, so it used to be a Y. What was my base word? Puppy. The Y becomes the I. We add ES and it's puppies. And here again, they usually know the un. So there's that prefix un. I'm going to cover it. And what's my suffix? Just flip this over. What's my suffix? The ly. Do you see that ly? We've seen that in a lot of words. I'm going to cover it. The base word is time. When I add these on, it's untimely. So this is just so that the kids can move the pieces, cover it, figure it out, and you as the teacher can explain what's happening in the word. And after a while, they're going to explain, oh, I see that I. It used to be a Y, and my word was whatever it was. And so it's just a teaching resource, not a game.